definitely give yourself a round of applause. I appreciate everyone coming out. Like, this has been an amazing journey. I want to thank Picto for the space. Like, this is an amazing space, you know, and everything has been leading up to this moment, especially for myself. As many of you know, or maybe you don't know, if you look at this picture right here, you'll see plain as day. You know, I'm one of the guys that used to be incarcerated. I spent 22 years behind the walls, and along that path, I got an introduction to an amazing person, an amazing company, and that was Julien, Shirelle. You know, they started coming back behind our walls and was giving us an outlet to where we could express ourselves artistically. And not only that, upon my release 10 months ago, he offered me a job. I'm the Operations and Development Director at Freer Records. So you have a situation where not only are they going behind the walls and changing lives, but also offering employment as we re-enter into society. And I can't tell you how much that means, especially for someone like myself. And I just want you to know that any of this art that you purchase, know that it's not just a purchase that is gonna beautify your wall, your home, or wherever you place it, but it's also gonna help someone who is incarcerated or was formerly incarcerated, but it'll also help push towards helping us continue our funding for Freer Records. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's getting tight. It's getting rough. And if you know anyone or any type of philanthropy or anyone who could help assist us to continue this mission, please direct them to us. Please connect us together, because this is something that I truly, truly believe in, because I am a product of it. And I have not done so much good without having the village of people around me, and part of that is Freer Records. Now, I hope that you all are having a great night tonight, that you're enjoying the visuals. And with no further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Julien, Shirelle. Yeah.
I'm not the director yet. Not yet.
No, I'm not the director yet.
Stay here.
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. This means so much to me, so much to Fury. You know, I prepared a few words ahead of time, but now that I've been around and I've been vibing with everybody, I'm gonna just, speak from the heart. And, the truth is, one of my first gigs that I did with Fury was an art show. I came down almost 10 years ago, and he had created this art exhibit, and it was in no way, shape, or form like this sophisticated or this upscale, but it still was really good. And it was all off of like his grit, his passion, his talent. And at that time, I still was like trying to figure him out. I realized I'll never actually figure him out, and I'm okay with that. But back then, I definitely had trust issues, so I wasn't sure what his motivations was. Like, why are you doing all this for free, And now, 10 years later, he's curated an amazing exhibit for us on a much bigger scale. And the only thing that's still the same, his passion is still the same, his grit is still the same. Thank you for extending your talents to my community. But the one thing that's still the same that I don't like is that he didn't get paid for this. And I feel like this is my guy. He deserves health care through his job at this point. He's put in enough blood, sweat, and tears. He deserves a 401k. He deserves to be able to start planning his future around his career. And he's given enough, more than enough, blood, sweat, and tears to my community to be, do that. So again, to reiterate what Ak said, if there's any funders or any people that y'all think would be interested in this project, in the stories that we're telling tonight, let me know. Let's set it up. I will do walkthroughs with each and every one of them. I will come from Philadelphia to New York to do that. And, that's really, really important. So I just want to say that thank you so much, Fury, for everything you've done for my community. And, we're going to figure this out. We're going to get you paid. Okay? also, like, I'm sure everybody knows, but at this point, like, certain legislation and stuff that's being passed or not passed. I mean, in California, Proposition 6 was denied. That would have ended, forced labor in prison. So we can see the trend of where the country is going. So for right now, more than ever, we need to have access to incarcerated people. They should be able to tell their stories and tell us what's going on so we can know their conditions and know what's on their minds, know what's on their hearts. And like at this time right now in the prison I was at, there's no night yard in the winter because it gets dark too early. So right now everybody is in their units creating. They're knitting, they're crocheting, they're making songs, they're writing poems. So they're in there creating. And it's not for y'all to feel pity towards them, or it's not for y'all to, it's just self-expression. And it's to be felt, it's to be seen, it's to be heard. It means so much to them that y'all are all here tonight taking in their art. So we're not trying to make y'all, feel like, oh, look at these poor people. We want y'all to be inspired to create, be it art, be it life, be it change, whatever, and just be inspired, take these stories in, hear these people out, listen to their music, and I hope y'all continue to enjoy y'all night. And thank y'all so much for being here. There's tons of ways to support if y'all deem this cause worthy. If y'all can walk around this exhibit, if y'all feel like this is a professional company, we need y'all to invest in this company so we can scale and become just that. So, there's tons of ways that you can support tonight. You can donate, you can buy merch, you could, buy art, you could buy some prints back there. But more so than anything, y'all can connect me to, people that, y'all deem will be interested, that will really be willing to invest in us, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I love y'all, everybody.
I should have gone before BL, but thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, BL. Thank you all. It feels like a small miracle or a big miracle that we're all here tonight, especially you. I met you in prison 5 years ago, and it's just amazing that you're here right now, all the way from South Carolina. So, you guys already know the journey me and BL have been through, but it's an honor to be here with you as always, I don't know too much what else to say, but I'm gonna wing it. I'm here volunteering again, not because I'm some rich kid, but because after 6-7 years working at a wood shop full time, that's how this shit exists, because I worked at a shop for 10 years, so I had kind of the confidence not to go crazy while being the visual curator for this show. Also, big props to Julien for helping me with that. But I was working at a wood shop as a carpenter and making film sets when I got the idea for Jim Crow 11 years ago. And then 6 years of just working blood, sweat, and tears, and on the side volunteering blood, sweat, and tears for us, we turned into a record label. And then years passed, and I moved in with my parents and my mom. Big shout out. My dad is an artist here, Lower East Side in the early 80s. This is where I come from, late 80s, but this is when these pieces were done. And, I was able to volunteer at that time thanks to them and not pay rent and not worry about living in this really expensive Emerald City. Paying $2,000 a month for rent or whatever. I was able to work on this for a few years during the pandemic and when we became a label. And then Art for Justice gave us a $150,000 grant, and I was able to give myself a salary for the first time, and BL was able to be paid for the first time full time. And we were rocking and rolling for a bit, and now, we're back to this kind of piecemeal thing. And I think that you guys can all look around and know for sure that we don't deserve that. We deserve to be scaled to a more sustainable company. We have spent under $800,000 in 11 fucking years, all right? And pardon my language, but I say that with such passion because that's crazy. A lot of nonprofits just get $1 million, boom, here you go. This has all been blood, sweat, and tears. This has all been because we love this shit. You know, this is our dream job. So we're in a tight spot right now, so please spread the word to get this stuff heard, get people here. There's a lot of rich people in the city. $1 million for a tax deduction is nothing. We're a 501c3, just write it off. Anyway, that out of the way, I want to thank you guys so much for coming. This is, let me catch my breath for a minute. Actually, while I do that, let's honor the folks in this room who are not here, who are incarcerated. There's probably like 100 plus, maybe 200 years of prison time in this room right now. So let's give maybe 15 seconds or so for some moment of silence for our comrades. I think that we are entering a new era with the Trump appointment that we need to be on real high alert, you know? We need to be on high alert around the truth. What is truth? What are nuanced stories? In this room, there's a lot of nuanced stories. Justice is a complicated thing. It's not black and white. Michael Tennyson killed 5 people in 1987. And I know that's a really hard thing to take in. Michael Tennyson is not that person now. All the people in this room who have contributed to this show are not the people that they were when they went in. And that takes a lot of nuance, understanding, and empathy, and hearing people to get to that point where you can actually take that in. And I know that that's hard. So I think that Freer Records is part of this kind of new era where we need to be on high alert, and we're going to continue to do what we've always done with that same integrity and those same ethics, those same values. B.L. Shirelle is our communications director as part of being our co-ED, and she works really hard to write copy. She was the story curator for the show, to write copy that balances all these stories and doesn't just tell it to you one way, oh, this person is innocent, or oh, this person is a monster, because there's a lot in between. And with this Trump appointment, we need to be on high alert for that truth, for being truth seekers, and just supporting this kind of integrity, because it's really gonna become few and far between, I think, in a lot of parts of this country. And I know there's a lot of horrible shit going on in the world right now. There's a genocide in Gaza, Sudan, but we need to work together because all these struggles are kind of connected in a big way. And I just thank you, and I want you all to be inspired by this show. And you know, if I can do this, you guys can do your thing. If we can do this, you guys can do your thing. Thank you.